Welcome everyone to McCosker Gladstone Speedway here in Gladstone in Central Queensland. Tonight was the very first night of the Harbour City Classic, a two-night show here that's going to be a staple in sprint car racing here in Australia from now on. It was a cracking night of racing where we saw a pretty treacherous sort of racetrack. They're ripping it up right now with the grader and the water truck out there. But what we wanted to do in this video is to show you what you missed. So here it is. It was a hot and muggy afternoon after Gladstone had been swamped with rainy weather recently, preventing the track crew of the ideal access to prepare the surface. It didn't prevent the huge crowd from showing up for night one though. The two-night show began with hot laps ahead of single car qualifying. 20 410 sprint cars timed in, with the track record being a 12.2 second lap set by Lockie McHugh in the class's only ever previous run back in October. We were there for the opening night, so if you haven't yet watched our video from that event, make sure to check it out. A few changes had been made to the track since that visit, and I caught up with Bob McCosker himself to find out what was different.
Hopefully this time I've fixed it. So, mainly turn one, a little bit 3 and 4. You know, I just didn't have it the way it was designed, and it sort of rolled off just a tiny, it was only a couple of percent at the top. Yep. And it just made such a big difference for the drivers. So, you know, we bought a big grader out this time, and, you know, I've spent a couple of weeks on it, and hopefully, you know, we've got it fairly close and nailed so that the quick boys could get right up on that concrete and half the rest of the field as well. That's what we want, not just those super skills.
I think a bunch of the teams were caught out as they put larger wicker bills on, only for the track to be a lot quicker. Hot Lap saw Ryan Newton and Lockie McHugh run 11-second flat laps before Newton lowered the new track record to a 10.8 second lap in qualifying. That's 1.4 seconds faster than in October, a massive difference. This is the first ever Easter event for Gladstone, something that they want to build up for years to come. It's great to see a bunch of cars support the high-paying weekend, but I was still surprised to see Marcus Dumsney and the Valvoline 47 crew head north. What do you think of Gladstone?
Yeah, it's a bit different, shaped like a egg kind of deal. Yeah, you don't really lift much coming out of turn 2 around to turn 1. It's just a big continuous corner. But no, it's pretty cool. At the moment, it's going to be pretty top dominant. It's slick all the way to the middle, and there's a lot of dirt there. So I'm not sure how it's going to shape up, but if it starts to move up, I'm sure it'll get up on the fence, and they might bring a bottom back into it. I don't know. It's definitely different, but no, it's cool to be here. Different track, good fun. So yeah, chip away at it.
I can't believe that you guys came north. I thought for sure you guys definitely would have gone down south. What made you guys want to come here?
That's definitely probably shocked a lot of people. Dumsneys have been at the East Trail down south since the beginning of it, so times are just changing. Yeah, it's nice weather up here, and prize money's good, so yeah, I guess that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. These things aren't getting any cheaper to run, and there's good prize money out going on here. They're trying hard to make it happen, and yeah, you got to support them or else these things might not happen. Yeah, there's a bit cars all over the place this weekend. You got lots of events on. They've got Mildura, then East Trail, and then here, and it's all kind of spread apart. And I guess it's just different that we've come up here for once. But yeah, it's just time for a change, I guess. I haven't done anything spectacular down there since I've been doing it. So now it's come up here, a bit of a refresh and have a bit of fun.
An invert of 6 for the heats on a fast and wild track guaranteed intense racing. Heat 1 saw Jai Corbett wreck in turn 2, and a cracking race saw Ryan Newton mow down Randy Morgan from P6. McHugh dominated Heat 2 with an awesome pass for the lead that also included him getting by a lapped car. Lockie did a 10.9 second lap during the race, just 1/10 slower than the lap record and almost 7/10 faster than the next fastest car. Jai Corbett's car had serious damage to the front end. I asked Jai what happened before asking Lockie McHugh what was different about the track compared to October. What happened?
Got caught up with I don't know, people who don't have the most experience to get to start on the front row. This is why these 6 inverts are stupid. Like, we need to be, you know, the good guys that deserve to be at the front row, they're not at the front row, and then you get shit like this happening. So, I'm just a little bit frustrated, but, you know, there's a lot of money on the line tonight, and we're doing this stuff, so I don't know. They need to relook at this 6 invert stuff, because it's just stupid.
And what happened to the car? You're obviously welding it up, but what else?
Shock tower, it's almost snapped off. The down rail's pushed over. You know, rip the left rear shock off it. It's just general stuff, but just enough to annoy you. Yeah, it's pretty rough and out there, but you know, considering the amount of rain and stuff we've had here in Queensland this week, it's in pretty good shape. So hopefully it widens out just a bit more for the feature, and we can put on a good show.
Does it feel a lot faster? Or
yeah,
driving it differently?
Yeah, definitely. Last time we were here, it was gut slick, and I think we're nearly 2-3 seconds a lap quicker this time. So yeah, definitely moving a lot faster. But yeah, it's still pretty fun track to get around.
The intensity hadn't changed for the second round of heats, with Marcus Dumsney being chased down by Ryan Newton, but Marcus held on for the win in Heat 3. McHugh became the only driver to win both of their heats in Heat 4. The bones of a really good track were obviously there, but the drivers wanted it to both widen up a bit and also slow down.
I told him the track's treacherous and we need to roll it in. It's just way too fluffy. The bottom's gut slick almost to the point it might take rubber. And then 2 cars off, you can't go anywhere. Super rough on exits, on through the center, it's not nice either. So I said if we can sort of halt the racing right now and get some cars rolling it in, or the tractor, grader, at least it's gonna pack it in a bit more and we can try and get on top of it and slicken it off, because at this rate, it doesn't matter what you do, we're not gonna be able to blow all that moisture off the track.
Some track work before the feature meant the pit gates were open for all fans to roam around. That was pretty cool to see. Before long, the 25-lap feature was on track with the 2 dominant cars of Ryan Newton and Lockie McHugh off the front. The initial start saw Kinzer Claridge with suspension damage. McFarlane's axle snapped on the second start. 10 laps in, and Luke Oldfield came to a stop with suspected driveline issues. A couple laps after the restart, and leader Newton got into the wall just prior to Aaron Kelly wrecking. During the red, Newton's right rear tyre lost air pressure, and he had to pull infield prior to the restart. McHugh went on to win ahead of Corbett in his damaged car and Marcus Dumsney in third.
Yeah, no, just, I don't know, lap cars, it's tricky around this joint when you're going so fast around the top, and just sort of pushed it a little bit too hard maybe and ran around the top and just got tagged the wall a bit. Had really, I know it was really tight up there, and he just kept drifting up, and yeah, really had nowhere to sort of go, so ended up hitting the wall and got a flat rear, so a bit unfortunate, but we were fast, had really good car speed all night, and really looking forward to tomorrow night.
There you have it, everyone. That is what you missed of night 1 of the Harbour City Classic here in Gladstone. Bob McCosker's actually out there on the grader right now, prepping the racetrack, but what an awesome night of racing it was. It's such a packed crowd here for a venue and a town that's been starved of having a speedway to really call home for so many years now, and now they finally have a facility that we, not only the locals, but everyone should really absorb and really start to accept as a new home for sprint car racing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight. If you can't make it out to the racetrack, make sure to be tuned in on clapperview.com or their app. It's going to be an awesome night of racing. I can't wait for night number 2, 20 grand to win. Don't forget that. And we'll see you then.